Another one.
This one says salary bump in annual review. I've got 2 years of experience as a software tester. My first job was mainly manual testing with a little bit of automation and some API testing. Got my ISTQB down, worked in Agile, and got some really good foundation into being a QA. After 18 months, I've made redundant slash I got made redundant slash laid off. Started off 22.5K, pay raise to 25K, pay raise to 28K. Luckily, I managed to find a new role within 2 months at another company with a salary bump as well. They offered me 32.5K. I've been here for 8 months, and now they've given me the opportunity to learn automation testing using Playwright and put me through a course on JavaScript plus Playwright. I've now been able to pick up quite quickly and automate end-to-end tests for various web applications. I've also updated the test according to changes to the features. They said I will also have the opportunity to shadow a dev manager and do some performance testing using JMeter down the line. I said, let me get really good at automation first and take it step by step. Basically, pay rises slash annual reviews are coming up in April. Given that I've now picked up the system quite well and product, and I'm now able to get my hands dirty with automation, obviously there's much more to learn down the road, but I'm curious as to what would be a good pay raise to ask for. I'm thinking minimum of 35,000 and ideally 37.5 thousand. Just to bear in mind, I am based in the UK, 90 minutes from London, just down south. So to all the Americans and Londoners, I'm talking about UK wages here, which can seem a little low. However, on 32K, I'm able to live quite well and save a bit in my area. Plus, I'm still relatively junior. Is 37K too much to ask, or should I ask for more or less? I'm the only one on my team, 4 testers total, that has taken the initiative to automate instead of making the devs do it. Well, that is awesome. I must say that's pretty good. The devs have helped guide me and been great in supporting me when I run into issues with my tests. The market in my area shows automation roles for 40 to 60K. I was interviewing last year after my redundancy for 50 to 60K for London-based roles, but they went with another candidate at the final stage, unfortunately, due to a lack of automation knowledge. Aw, that sucks. The only issue is I don't want to look like I job hop to a different company every year. I want to give my current employer at least 2 years. Well, well, that is a so here's the thing, right? I'm gonna make it real simple. You can ask for anything that you want. What is the worst that can happen? I mean, the worst that can happen, they fire you, but they won't do that, right? Because they have invested so much in you. And the fact that you're the only person who is like really contributing from a QA perspective, like to the automation, relieving pressure off the devs, I think it's a great opportunity to ask. I mean, I would not ask, and find out like what's like talk to your. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a surprise to your manager when this conversation comes up, right? You should already be having these conversations about like um, the work that you're doing, the your expectations, their expectations, right? Have these conversations. And this is the purpose of having one-on-ones with your manager, right? Have these conversations. When you have these one-on-ones, you keep the flow going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? And and they can tell you, okay, this is like how is the company doing? Like, do you know how the company is doing? Find out how your company is doing. Um, Ask about like are they having all hands? What's like What are the C-suites saying? Like, what is the CEO saying? What is the CFO saying? What is the CTO saying? Right? Get involved, listen, understand, have the conversation, because guess what? There's nothing wrong with you. Like, there's nothing wrong with you negotiating, right? A pay raise when the time is right, but also keep in mind that, like, because here's the thing, because they're investing in you, they want you to do better, they want you to contribute to the company, right? They're investing in you, so as well, they don't want to see you go, and they'll be willing to negotiate and stuff like that. The worst they can say is, we can't afford it, no, whatever, right? But you're not gonna get like terminated or anything like that because you ask for a raise. But you have to approach it the right way. You can't come at it as a surprise, and you can't hold the company hostage. Like, say, oh, if you don't pay me this, I'm just gonna go and stuff like that. Um, you say you want to give it 2 years. I would say give it 2 years. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? Giving it 2 years, leveling up, because number one, it's not easy to find another position, especially right now, right? And number two, like, you're learning a lot. You're definitely learning a lot. So I would have the conversation with the manager, right? Don't wait till the annual review comes. Have these conversations on a regular basis, not about like increasing in pay, but asking about, like, okay, what is where do you see me? Where do I see myself, right? Where does the company see itself? And I would say this, don't even think about a raise, right? That's cool. Look for promotions. Look to level up in promotions, because that's where the real raises come, right? The real raises come from being promoted from, like, maybe a junior to a non-junior, or a senior or something like that, or being a lead of the other developers, show initiative, work hard, push forward, right? So that's how I would see it. A lot of times we focus on raise, raise, raise. Raises are generally 3%, right? Look on growth in the sense of, how can I make the company better? How can I make testing better? How can I make the other QA testers better? How can I make the developers' lives better and easier as well? And then the money will just they'll just come pouring in, and they'll be saying,
Thank you for your patronage.
you know. So that's how I see it. Just continue to learn, continue to grow. Don't make it like an adversarial topic. Talk to your manager early. Ask for how you can, like, what are some opportunities for you to move up in the company, and work on a plan from there, right? Don't just arbitrarily ask for money, like, at the time of the yearly review, because that is when, because they budget for this stuff too, right? So have them start looking into it early as well. All right. So that is my thought on that one. Let's wrap that one up.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.